No request button? Bro, my chat better not be lying to me, okay? If my Hey, Ghost.
Hey.
I thought there was no request button. Oh, well, I did invite you, so.
Yeah, TikTok be, going crazy.
There's a request button. What are you guys talking about?
Well, maybe on your end.
Well, I just looked at my second account.
Okay.
It's there.
Okay.
It just came back. Wasn't there earlier? You're 16 and understand nothing. I'm 18 on that.
No, Trump is doing what I like, so I think he's doing okay.
Okay, why is that?
Because he's doing what I like. I just said that.
Well, such as?
Oh, reinforcement of English language proficiency among professional drivers. It's pretty cool. It's good. Step in the right direction.
Reinforcement of the English language among provisional drivers?
Mm-hmm.
So what did that do exactly?
The law is being enforced again. That's nice.
No, what do you mean? What did that policy do? Did it require English in some test or something?
Yeah, you have to be proficient. You seem educated. I thought English language proficiency, was pretty kind of an obvious statement. You have to
I'm
be
asking,
proficient
what did
in
the
the
policy
English
do? What
language.
did it change?
Yeah, that policy or that regulation was relaxed in 2015. It's now being reinforced, and I like the law being enforced. So.
Okay, was it an executive policy or was it a regulation set by Congress?
It was a regulation set by the FMCSA, which governs professional drivers. It was relaxed in 2015. Now it's being released. Now it's being reinforced.
FMCSA. English language proficiency requires commercial drivers to read and speak English well enough to converse in public, understand traffic signs, respond to official inquiries, and make entries on records.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That is correct.
Let's see. Loosen. Okay. Let's see. In 2015. Okay, let's see. Well, here we are. The rule had existed for decades. Enforcement changed. In 2015, Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, FMCSA, loosened their enforcement of this regulation, dropping the out-of-service criteria.
Mm-hmm.
What's the out-of-service criteria?
That means even though that's the law and the regulation, they stopped enforcing it. So you couldn't put a driver out of service for not being proficient in the English language. Now you can.
Strict pass-fail guidelines used by inspectors to identify critical for safety defects opposing in immediate hazard violations made. Okay, so it looks like there is that proficiency is required. It looks like how this is handled out has some executive is somewhat up to bureaucrats in the executive branch. To pursue executive order guidance from SMCA so changed. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, it looks like that no law was being broken before. It just looks like there's a change in.
I didn't say it was. I said,
Well, you said you said he was enforcing the law, as if like this law wasn't being enforced before. I mean, it was.
no, it wasn't. It was relaxed in 2015.
Yeah,
That
it's because
law, you just read it. You just read that it was relaxed in 2015.
yeah, they relaxed certain enforcement.
They relaxed all enforcement of that regulation.
But that regulation was still being enforced. Like, you still had to be able to.
No, it wasn't. If you relax a regulation, that means it's not being enforced.
Okay, when
You
they
do
okay
know
when they
that,
say like
right? You seem smart. I
we
mean,
just
why
loosened.
do I
Okay,
have
wait,
to
excuse me.
explain this to you?
We just read the same article. Okay, so when it says it loosened enforcement, dropping some of the out of service criteria, right? And then it says that that some cue cards or like translation devices were allowed. What's saying here is before obviously what's saying here is before the change that Donald Trump made. They allowed some sort of like cue cards or maybe like some translation devices, and then they would probably count that as like proficient, which would still be in line with the regulations, was still being enforced.
So they relaxed it, didn't enforce it, and you're interpreting that as
It's not what
being enforced.
not what I said. Okay, wait,
So
what I
they
said is,
changed. They changed it. They changed the enforcement, which means they relaxed it.
okay,
Which means
so
it
you
wasn't
realize there's a
being
difference.
enforced.
No, there's a difference between you relax enforcement and it's not being enforced at all. Okay, so like when it says that it requires commercial drivers to read and speak English well and to converse with the public. Okay, and that's a requirement, right? Now, how you determine whether somebody is able to speak English or read well enough or converse well enough, right? That's different. Under the previous
Are you literally trying
administrations-
to tell a professional driver that I don't know what I'm talking about by you Googling something? Seriously?
I'm sorry, does this like at all interact with my argument?
As a matter of fact, it just makes it seem
Like, if you're a
like
professional,
you don't
like,
know
buddy,
what the
if you're a
hell
professional
talking
driver,
about.
If you're a professional
Dude,
driver,
I'm
then, like,
literally telling you, you're reading it, that they relaxed the enforcement, which means
Okay,
they
so-
didn't enforce it.
okay, so when it says they relax the enforcement, that just means like they slightly loosened it. They didn't completely drop enforcement of the law.
You actually think that they slightly, really, based on what, your experience in the trucking industry?
Okay, wait. Okay, I'm just curious. Like when
I'm just
when the
curious
Obama administration,
how much of an idiot you sound like right now.
when the Obama administration says, okay, excuse me, when the Obama administration says we're going to deprioritize like charging people with for like weed offenses, does that mean that they're not enforcing?
It means they're
does that mean
not
that,
enforcing it.
does that mean they're not enforcing it, or does that mean that they're or is that just mean they're not?
When you
they're, like, loosening enforcement?
deprioritize enforcement, that means you're not enforcing it. Do you
Okay, what does not-
understand
okay.
your word
Not
salad
when you
that's
say you're
coming
not
out of your mouth?
okay when you say not enforcing, are you saying that there's minimal enforcement going on,
I'm
or are you saying that
saying
there's
they're
a
not
complete dereliction
enforcing
of
the
duty?
regulation.
Okay, do you think there's a complete dereliction of duty?
Are you speaking English? Do you understand English? Seems like
Yes.
you do. Okay, deprioritizing enforcement means they're not enforcing it. Do you get that concept at all?
Okay, what it means is that there's minimal enforcement going on. Doesn't mean they're not enforcing at all. That's what it means, buddy.
Which means they're not enforcing it.
No, they're still enforcing it. They're just minimally enforcing it.
And you're basing that on what?
You could say that this kind of enforcement is
Like
less
they're
strict.
not
Sure,
they're
I'll agree.
enforcing it
Wait,
10%,
excuse me.
which means they're
I'll agree-
enforcing it, right?
I'll
They're
agree with you.
enforcing
I'll
it
agree with you that when this
5%.
law says, done this law like
They're
requires
enforcing
like
it 5%, so they're enforcing it. That's your argument.
I'm not quite sure like what the threshold is for what the threshold
You're not
is for
quite
like
sure of what the
dereliction of
fuck
duty
you're
or whatever.
talking about.
But-
I agree.
Okay, like, buddy, come on. Like, I don't know. Why do you think it looks good when you're like unable to answer the basic arguments and you're like a professional driver?
I am
So
okay,
okay,
literally
so
speaking
okay, excuse
English
me,
to you.
excuse me, sir. calm
And
down.
you are not understanding.
When it says that,
you are twisting
when it says that
yourself
it requires
in
functional
pretzels
English, and the
to
previous
make this
administration
argument
allowed
that it was
when
still being enforced
when it says it need
when it
when it says you
wasn't.
need functional when it says you need functional English, and the previous administrations were calling for allowed for stuff like cue cards or maybe some translation devices that might have counted in that probably counted as like functional
Yes,
English.
that
They were
means
probably
they are not proficient. When you have to use translation devices, that means you're not proficient.
okay. So
Do you
so it
understand
looks like
that concept?
okay. So okay. So
If
like
you
again, this is
have
like
to
matter.
have an interpreter, that means you're not proficient in English. My God, I thought you were smart. Good Lord.
Okay, wait. Sorry.
No,
okay, so
we ain't waiting. Bye.
Okay, wait.